For those of you that are fans of the show Stranger Things, Finn Wolfhard, who played Mike in the show, was in town the other day with his band on their way to Indy for a show he was playing somewhere in Indianapolis. Well, he and his band decided to stop by Parkview Field, checking out the stadium and chatting with General Manager and President Mike Nutter. And I was just curious to see, what they talked about, what brought Finn to Fort Wayne. So I reached out to Mike, and he told me exactly how it all transpired and what they talked about.
The majority of the time, baseball. He's a huge baseball fan. I learned yesterday he's from Canada, and he's a huge fan of the Toronto Blue Jays. And I said, well, I got an old buddy that's playing for the Blue Jays. And he said, who's that? And I said, Brandon Valenzuela, a 2-year catcher for the Tincaps. He picked up on it right away. No way, man. That guy's won us like 6 games with his hitting this year. Like, he's a real big fan. So we talked about Valenzuela for a little while. We took him into the batting cages. They were hitting and pitching in the cages. One of the guys in his crew said that his dad played minor league, not Finn's dad, but this other guy's dad played minor league ball for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we talked about that for a while. We went down on the field. They did some more hitting, and somebody in the group said, have you ever had any concerts here? Of course, you and I, Dan, know of all the country stuff.
Yeah.
But the first act that I mentioned to them was, because of the genre that they like to play in, at the old stadium with the Wizards and at the new stadium at Parkview Field, we hosted Bob Dylan in each location. And that got their attention big time. And then we walked around the clubhouse for a while, and Sam Lewis, our longtime clubhouse attendant, my buddy, was there, and he heard that Finn was a fan of the Blue Jays, and so Swirly took off of his wall and gave Finn an autographed baseball of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. that Sam had from when him and I met Vladdy years ago when he came through the league.
How cool is that?
It was genuine. These guys say that they stop while they're on the road if they see a baseball diamond or a city park or something like that. So we loaded them up with 24 brand new game baseballs and 3 never-before-used wood bats, and they genuinely loved all of it.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Surprisingly, probably to the listeners, while I was present, the Stranger Things, what he's probably most well known for, never came up. Somebody mentioned the fact that he was in Ghostbusters and the movie It.
Yeah.
And so just really, really cool. The band was playing in Detroit 2 nights before. They're playing in Indy, Tuesday night, so they had some time in between. They ended up at a lake in Columbia City for a night or two, off the grid, and just having fun. It looked like a group of guys that got along well together. Then the last thing I'd say is the keyboardist in the band is a Fort Wayne guy. And so that was the whole connection of why they'd spend a day or two off, around here. And
that's cool.
On our post, somebody said, I just ran into him at the Dash Inn, the downtown place, to get a sandwich or a drink in there. So really, really nice guy, really mature, really cool. You could tell he was a good dude because of great eye contact and asking questions and all kinds of stuff. It was a neat day.
Wow, that's incredible.
I'm going to have to go binge watch however many seasons of that there are.
Yeah, and you've never seen the show.
I've never seen 1 minute of it.
Well, see, now the winner. See, that's what it's calling your name.
That's exactly. Hey, right? Like somebody, who was it? Roger Hornsby, somebody used to say, I just stare outside and I wait for opening day. Well, I'm going to watch all those seasons of Stranger Things and stare outside and wait for opening day.
That's awesome, man. Those are great stories. That's incredible. That's good to know that he's a good dude,
Really good dude. Like, really good. Like, somebody reached out, not inappropriately in any way, not ego, not anything negative, nothing. They're like, we understand your ballpark's open to the public. Is it safe? And I'm like, hey, we just had a homestand. We drew 40,000 people. There's going to be like 6 people around the stadium on Monday because I gave everybody the day off. It was neat. 2 of our players were there to throw. Montgomery, our Friday night starter, and a big guy, Cannon Kemp, that's another prospect.
Yeah.
And they just happened to be walking into the team store. And he went right up to him because those guys physically are huge.
Yeah.
And they shot the you-know-what, and I said to both players as Finn walked the other way, I said, you guys ever seen the show? And one, I don't remember which one. One of them was like, oh, yeah, I've seen them all, man. I'm a big fan. That's awesome. I can't believe you're just hanging out here on a day off. It's like, oh, yeah, people come through here every day when you guys are gone.
I didn't realize he was even in a band, so I learned something.
Yeah, no, I didn't either, and I found there's an awesome clip. I want to say it was Instagram, but it could have been the other one, playing a Tom Petty cover.
Oh,
you don't
wow.
know how it feels. Like it was good music. It was like folksy, kind of bluesy stuff. And so I'm told that they're playing, smaller, not to minimize it, but like smaller theaters and stuff, and they're doing 1,000 to 2,000 a night, and there's tons of people. And one of the guys is like, yeah, man, we'll get to the gig. And the autograph people are out front, and they got Funkos from Stranger Things and all kinds of stuff. But he's trying to make it. And he seemed like a young guy. I didn't Google him or whatever. But, we're now trying to make it in the music game. And they said he's really serious and he's competitive. And they're like, he's really, really good. Somebody was gracious and was like, hey, can you and your wife make it to the show tomorrow night? I said, nah, we got something. But, they were just genuinely nice people.
And what's the name of his band? Do you know?
Well, he plays under his name.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess the name of the band, like it's the old George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers. You know what I mean? It's like the guy's name and then the band. But somebody told me the name of the band is the Slaps. But I think like he plays under his own name, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'll
so
check it out.
they're in Indy tonight, and then they told me they had a day off, then back-to-back gigs in Chicago. The stuff's really selling well. So it's got to be good music if you're putting those. If they're going to put 1,000 or 2,000 in Indy, tonight, it's a big city, but people aren't just paying money to go see, stuff that isn't good. So it was a really cool thing.
Podcasts by Federated Media.